Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're making the viral cinnamon roll recipe. Okay, let's get started. So guys, in my bowl I'll be adding 1 cup of milk, some sugar and yeast, and I'm going to give this a week and then set it aside to sit for 10 minutes. All the ingredients and measurement are listed in the description box below, so please check that out. To my flour, I'm just adding some sugar and salt, and I gave this a week, and now our yeast is bloomed, and to that I'll just be adding 1 egg and 2 yolks. Yes, we're making brioche, of course. And I added in some flour, and I'm just going to mix this together till I form a smooth bowl. So guys, does any other person have a challenge pronouncing flour and flour? Like, I've called it flour all my life, but it's hard transitioning to flour because it sounds like flour or flour. Anyways, that's besides the point. But guys, I am kneading the dough together, and if you notice, I am pinching from the top of the dough to the center, and this is just trying to create some friction between our dough to activate the gluten in the flour to result into a stretchy dough. And now that I've taken all the dry flour away, I'm going to add in my margarine and knead this together. Okay, now you want to knead your margarine till it's blended before you transfer this to a work surface. You could also do this on a work surface if you like the mess, but I don't really like how messy it gets. But now I'm going to transfer this to my work surface, and I'm just using a silicone mat because it makes life easier. You should try to get one. You thank me later. And now I'm just going to knead this thoroughly until I form a stretchy dough. So guys, this kneading technique is also perfect for donuts. If you're making donuts, they come out so beautifully well. You should also check out my donut recipe. I have that link in the description box below also. So now we're going to let that sit and rise while we mix on our cinnamon sugar recipe, and that is just some margarine that I will be softening up, not necessarily melting it, but it needs to be spreadable on your dough. Our dough has risen for 40 minutes straight, and I know it's not the prettiest looking dough, but it serves the purpose. Okay, so now you want to punch your dough and transfer it onto your surface, and then I'm just going to knead this together to form a smooth ball, just to get rid of excessive air bubbles while I roll it out. Ignore that noise, okay? But I rolled this out into I don't know how many inches, but I tried as much as possible to get a square, just so that it makes the application process easier. But if you can't achieve a square, then try harder. So guys, now our butter is pliable. I just melted this roughly while turning it around so that it doesn't get too liquidy. And now I'm just going to spread this out all over our dough, just to create a base or a glue for our cinnamon sugar to get on. Now most people make this with the cinnamon sugar into a paste, but I find out that when I do that, it makes it way more sugary, and I'm not really sweet tooth like that, so I prefer doing this method instead. If you notice guys, I left out a little bit of space at the edge, and this is just where the cinnamon roll would clip to. Okay, you don't want to spread the sugar all the way everywhere, because you need to get them tight enough so that there are no holes in between them. Now be gentle with your dough while you roll. It takes a lot of patience, but be gentle with it so that you do not create holes or space in between the layers, right? I don't know if that makes sense, but anyways, I'm just using a cookie cutter, and I'm just going to try as much as possible to get even sizes so that they bake evenly. And I'm just scoring them before I cut, because that way you get an idea of where exactly would look even. Don't just cut it like an unplanned person. Anyways, I am putting this now in some foil plate because I want to share this for my customers. In case you didn't know, I run a food business. But so I let this sit for the final 30 minutes, and now I'm doing the hack. So it's said that when you add heavy cream to your cinnamon roll, it gives you the most fluffy and yummy cinnamon roll. At this point, I was already alarmed because my whipped cream was coming out a bit thick. but that was just the top, and I feel this was because it was cold. I did taste it and it tasted fine, like it's not spoiled. If you're still watching, then I believe you deserve to give me a big thumbs up and also hit that follow button to keep helping my channel grow. Okay, so now I'm just transferring this to the oven to bake, and I bake this for 10 minutes, right, in 180 degrees Celsius. Now I know they don't look so pretty, but hear me out, they tasted so amazing, no cap. Like, it tasted so good, so buttery, like croissants. But guys, yeah, this is how it turned out. I didn't really like the presentation, so tell me how I can make it better. Also, let me know if you're going to be trying this, and I can't wait to see you in my next. Bye.